nor the fact that it looks like I've got some kind of ball, testicle, poo situation going on in my head, but I can't do today. A lot of you have asked previously if I can do a video talking about university and about my first year, and I thought it was a good idea and that I could do a first year, second year, third year kind of just overview of how the year went and how I found it. So I've been at university obviously for a year. I've done my year at a particular university. I'm not going to say which one. I might have mentioned it in previous videos. I might have like said it. I'm not like that bothered about whether I say it or not, but I'm at a university and I'm studying makeup design. Like prior to university I studied sport and exercise science, what even did I do? Sport and exercise science, sociology and psychology at A level. And I really enjoyed all those subjects. However, I found them very hard, like very challenging. I don't feel like I'm a very academic person at all. Like I'm academic to an extent, like I'm able to do what needs to be done on my university course. However, part of it is creative because it's a creative like art and design degree. I have part creative and part academic, so that kind of works best for me, I think. So when I say makeup design to people, the first reaction I usually get is a laugh, or is that a degree? Can you even study that at uni? Do you learn to put mascara on and paint people's faces? Like, putting it really bluntly, yes, that kind of is it, but no, it's not at all. It's a design degree, so you're not learning to be a makeup artist and to progress and become the best artist ever. Yeah, that is probably the end result for a lot of people on the course. However, you don't get taught how to be like an amazing artist. Like I think it's in a lot of creative subjects it just comes naturally. If you are creative and you are good at what you want to do, it just comes naturally. Some people just can't paint faces, some people can really well. You don't get taught that on the course, so don't go there thinking that that's what you're going to achieve by the end. You're going to be this amazing person who can just paint a face like immaculately. I know I'm not the most amazing artist or like makeup artist, whatever, but I still wanted to do the degree anyway. I thought I was interested at that topic at the time. It's like heavy, it's a lot of theory, which kind of annoys me when people say, oh my god, is that even a degree? Because I do study hard, and I do have to. I do a lot about the history of not just makeup, but hair photography, fashion photography, editorial photography, loads of different magazines. You can't just go into makeup without knowing nothing about the industry that you're getting yourself into. You learn a lot about different industry, the film industry, the TV industry, the editorial industry, the magazine industry. There's so many different industries that you can go into from this course. It makes me sad how people, I understand why people laugh because it does seem like a really rubbish degree, but if you like that kind of thing, then you know, that's you. Design degree, I'm learning to become a designer. I don't even know if that's what I want to do after university. After actually kind of studying it, it's kind of almost made me not want to do it. I still do really like it, but it's made me think of whether that's actually the kind of thing I want to go into and whether I want to go into something slightly different in a slightly different industry. But anyway, that's a whole different video. This course that I chose to apply for and go to this university was the only course that I could do in the UK. It's the only course in the UK that covers this. I couldn't go anywhere else, so it was a lot of pressure when I applied. I had to go for an interview, portfolio viewing, as you do usually with creative subjects, and they were fine. Like, it was alright as long as you can explain your designs and the reason why you did something, then there's no reason for them not to like it, because that's the one thing I found really hard being in a design and like creative university, is you're not going to like some things that other people do, but you don't understand their reasoning behind it. You can't be really narrow-minded because like everyone likes different styles, and that's just how it's going to be. So I was really lucky. They said that they get back to me within a week. I was on my way home and they got back to me within 2 hours saying I've been accepted, so I was really excited. I was so glad that I got onto that course because it's something that I want to do. Obviously with my YouTube and stuff, that course involved blogging, and that's how you were marked as such. You had to create a blog and keep everything on there, so that side of it I really liked. The course itself went really well throughout the year. It was a good, interesting course. I have learnt a lot. In my first year though, the only thing we complained about is that it was too easy. That sounds ridiculous, like why are we complaining, but honestly it was too easy. But people can come onto this course if you are like, you could be a photographer and have nothing to do with makeup, but have a kind of interest in it. You could have taken art at school and just like really like painting on a canvas, and maybe you want to change to, instead of having a canvas in front of you, making someone's face your canvas. So everyone has to start at the same point, and it's you learn a lot of beginner kind of skills and stuff in the first year. So that's why we kind of found it a little bit boring. And I did find some of it hard. It's completely different to college. You are just let off on your own. You're expected to do everything yourself. You don't get any, you get feedback, yes, but they don't give you any help as such. So for example, if you were to be writing an essay and you'd go into your teacher and say, look, I just want to see if I'm on the right lines, this is my essay plan, this is what I want to include, what can I change, what can I do to make it better? They will not tell you what you need to change and what you can add and what's a good topic to talk about. They'll just say, you need to change that, but you need to work out how you're going to change it. And that's what I found really hard, and that's what I need to definitely learn. And referencing and things like that, it's all coming to me, but it's all a bit, you know, difficult. The course went really well in itself. As an overall, I really didn't like uni. I just don't think uni's for me. I can't tell you one reason why, but I don't know, there's just something about it. I'm not really looking forward to going back. I'm looking forward to going back and studying and doing like the degree, but I'm not looking forward to going back socially. Like, I'm not a big drinker. Yeah, I drink on occasions and I get really drunk, but like, I'm not one of those to go out 3 times a week. I just don't care for that at all. So I found that hard because in freshers I didn't really go out a lot, and that's where you kind of mingle with people, and also I was going through a lot at the time, so it just made it 10 times worse. Moving away from home I found really hard. I probably cried my way through the first 2 months of university just because I was so upset that I was alone in this city I had no idea about, with new people I never met before. It was just the weirdest thing. I found moving away from home like quite hard, only for like a couple of months though, because you get talking to people in your flat and you meet new people, and it's good, you kind of keep yourself busy with the uni and things, and you also learn when you start opening up to people that they feel exactly the same, and everyone's going through that, so it's good to like support each other, and I was absolutely fine after that. However, that's when I kind of went through a lot of stuff at uni. So some of you have been asking in the comments, and I find it really funny when you do, but they're like, I'm not like being rude or anything, but didn't you have a different boyfriend like a few months ago? So basically, I went to uni with a boyfriend. We'd been together at that point when we went for about a year, I think. I don't really remember, to be honest, like I'm just trying to erase that from my memory. We'd been together for around that amount of time, and obviously I was really struggling with moving away from home, going to uni, wasn't sure if I was really going to like it. And when you feel like that, the one person you want to turn to is your boyfriend. I tried to speak to him about it, but he was enjoying himself so much that I don't think he really understood or wanted to understand. So yeah, it didn't really go well, and we ended up breaking up. I wasn't expecting it at all. Like, it was my first proper like boyfriend that I've had. Obviously have like ridiculous 1 month, 3 week relationships in school. This is like the first proper boyfriend that I had, and I was just shocked that it happened because I really wasn't expecting it. So I got really upset. I didn't eat for quite a few days. I cried 24/7. I stayed in my room. I laugh about it now because I must have looked a state, like an absolute mess to my flatmates. But I just stayed in my room and cried constantly. I mean, I had a couple of girls that I'd text and be like, can you come over just with like a chat or whatever. They bring me chocolate, you know, like the classic film scenario when you go through a breakup and your girlfriend's there. But that happened. I was very upset, and unfortunately it did affect my time at uni. It made it rubbish because it wasn't just we've broken up, that's that, done. Oh no, it extended out a long time, like months after, and that is what was shit. Kind of ruined my uni time, I think. I was constantly upset, didn't really think about my course, didn't think about my work, just wanted to get things done as quick as possible before the deadline so I could go home, because I didn't want to be there, because I felt like I had no one, which was a horrible, horrible feeling. So that's the personal bit, that's what happened. Hopefully second year will be much better now that I'm in a much better, happier relationship. Yes, I'm with someone different. My previous boyfriend, we broke up probably in October time last year. I then started speaking to this guy for a good like 4 months or whatever, and then met him, and we've been together 5 months. So it's nearly been a year since my previous boyfriend broke up. Yeah, I'm in a new relationship. I don't care about the previous one. Yeah, I'm in a new relationship, and honestly, if it wasn't for Dom, my new boyfriend, I don't think I would have got through the year at uni, or gone back to uni. So thanks Dom, if you're watching. He kind of just put everything into perspective, and he helped me a lot. I told him everything when I was going through it, and it seems really weird, the fact that I told him everything about my ex and the issues that I had, and the fact that I was so upset and I can't get over him, and now he's my boyfriend. It's I feel so bad, like as if I told him all that. But he, like, that's what attracted me to him. Like, he is just the most caring, like, loving guy. He made me feel like he actually cared to listen to what I had to say. So I felt that I kind of like had a friend at that point. And then I met him when I went home, then we've been together ever since, blah blah blah. And then I also had a wobble this summer, and I was like, I just don't want to go back, because I don't know if I like uni. Like, I'm so undecided. I just don't think I like it. But it also didn't help that I had a new relationship, and I've never ever been this happy. Like, I'm so happy, and I just feel like I don't want it to end, or like my summer to end. So I feel like if I don't go back to uni, that like this will never end, and I don't want to be sad again at uni. But that's ridiculous. Like, he's got things, like I've got stuff I need to do, and he's got his things he needs to do. So yeah, it's like ridiculous. I'm just being very silly. He's going away to Australia for 6 months when I go back to uni, which is probably a good thing, because I can concentrate on my degree, he can concentrate on his cricket, and I'm actually going out there for Christmas and New Year. I'm going to go out for just over a month to see him, so it'll be really good, I'm sure. And that is quite good in the sense that it's going to break up my time at uni, so that I know I go to uni, I've got 2 months, I then go to Australia for over a month, and then I've only got 2 or 3 months after that. So it's good to break my time up from uni, and also break up the fact that he's going away for 6 months. Moving into, I think going on into second year, moving into a house will be so much different. I really enjoyed halls. Like, I really, really liked halls. I liked being in a little place with like 10 people, with our own little kitchen, and it was nice, like, living with that amount of people. I think it was enjoyable, and you know, someone was always in, and you'd always be able to chat to someone, have dinner with someone, whatever. I think a house would be good because you're with people that you chose to live with. Without sounding horrible, I love my flat, so like that's like not the point, but like, you chose people you want to live with, and you've chosen a house and stuff, so it's all very exciting. So I think that will probably make my second year a lot better. I have been through a lot of rubbish. Like, I just didn't need that in my life at that point. Like, I actually wanted to try and enjoy uni, but whatever, we'll give second year a go. I really enjoyed my course, and I know that I'm going to love second year, because you pick like particular things that you want to do, so I know I'm going to enjoy that. But as for my uni experience as a whole, I didn't enjoy it purely for the fact that I had personal issues at the time, and that just made uni rubbish, just for the fact that I felt like I cried my way through the first year and I was just upset and an absolute like hermit in my room. So don't do that. And I'm not saying don't be in a relationship when you go to uni. You could totally be in a relationship. I'm going to be in a relationship when I go into my second year, but this relationship is completely different. Absolutely adore Dom, and I don't have the worries that I did in my last relationship, and I think we've both matured as people, and he can go off and do his thing and I'm doing my thing, and we'll see each other in a couple of months anyway, and then we'll have the whole summer, blah blah blah. Like, I'm not saying don't get in a relationship. Relationships totally work through uni. All my friends in my house I'm living with next year have relationships of some kind. A lot of people have asked me that because they know that I broke up, like my previous relationship broke down because of uni. A lot of people have asked me like, oh, I'm really worried because like I have a boyfriend and I'm going away to uni and I just don't, like, you know if it'll work or not. As long as you have trust in your relationship and you both are so super happy and in love with each other, you'll be absolutely fine. Uni is 6 months out of the year, not even that. I'm at uni for 2 months. I go to Australia for a month and a half, I come back and I'm back for 2 months, maybe 3 at a push. Like I'm there for like 5 months. It's literally nothing. Overall, I didn't enjoy uni as an experience in first year because of the shit that I went through, but uni itself is actually alright, and there will be scary things that you'll go through, but that's life. If you've got any questions that you want to ask about, like, I don't want questions about my personal thing, like I've told you what I've told you and I just, that part of my life is done. Just questions about uni, maybe about moving into halls, studying, things like that. Definitely do a uni Q&A, because when you've got particular questions you can ask, that's a lot easier. At the moment I'm just rambling on about how I found first year and things that I didn't like, but thanks for watching. I really hope you enjoyed hearing about my time in first year and, you know, all my issues that I have in my life.